Hi, I hope you're doing good and I hope you like my kitchen. My name is Roseanne. Welcome to Convos in an Apron. We will not only be cooking here, we will have real conversation while having a great time cooking mouth-watering, exquisite dishes. Alright, there is a lot in store for you in this episode. So over the next half an hour, we'll have a great time. Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms at Convos in an Apron. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos as seen on the screen. Alright, let's get to it. So today's dish is popular in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Are you ready for your story? So once upon a time, the fishermen had to migrate because of their work. Unfortunately, their wives could not migrate with them. They had to set up temporal settlements wherever they went, and all they had for food was the foodstuffs their wives would pack for them. And well, of course, fish. Anyways, one of them came up with a fantastic idea to give pepper soup a cousin. Only that this cousin contains a full array of seafood and can be eaten with whatever swallow floated their boat. You get it? Huh? Anyways, that is how today's dish, fisherman's soup, came about, and we will see how we can make ours today. Here is a list breakdown of all the ingredients we'll be needing to make this dish. Fresh fish, 1 tablespoon of palm oil, crab, salt to taste, fresh crayfish, 2 teaspoons of ground pepper, isam popularly known as periwinkle, 1 handful of uziza, jumbo shrimps, 1 bulb of onion, 2 seasoning cubes, 3 pieces of atarudu and cocoyam. Okay, so we have to cover our hair properly and wash our hands before we begin. How do I look? All right. Cultivate this as a habit to wash your hands before you start preparing your meals. Okay. So now let's begin. First, you want to take your cocoyam and peel. Okay, peel gently. Cocoyam tends to be a bit slippery, so you want to be careful here. Okay, now that we're done peeling the cocoyam, you slice. Then place in the pot. We would put enough water. Just put enough water to cover the slices of the cocoyam. All right, and we're done. Okay, so this will be on fire now. All right, so it's time for us to marinate our seafood. So we'll take our fresh fish. This goes over here. Okay, use a different knife now. This is tilapia fish. Feel free to use whatever, type of fish that you want, whichever goes. Okay? All right. I'm just going to rinse this one more time. When it comes to seafood, you can never really, so I will be placing the fresh fish first, and then the crab. We would not be using the fresh crayfish, it would come in much later. The jumbo shrimp. Now we will season it with some onion, I like to dice my onion really, really tiny. Okay, the next one. As you can see, our cocoyam is boiling. All right, and that's that. We have our fresh pepper, but first, put in our onions. This would be so good. All right, next, I will be adding salt to taste. And then ground pepper. Feel free to reduce the amount of pepper depending on how you like spice. Okay, now we would chop our asarodo. So I'm cutting it into thin slices. I really like all my ingredients really tiny. Remember, if you don't like spice, you can reduce it. And if you like spice, feel free to increase yours. All right, putting in our asarodo. Okay, I totally forgot our isam. Sprinkle that in. And lastly, we would add our 2 seasoning cubes. And then we add 1 cup of water. Okay, then we cover it and put our lights on. Okay, all right, while we wait for our seafood to cook, let's see what our social media is saying. I know there are a few questions for me. Okay. Okay, so one of you is asking, what is your worst cooking experience? I've had a couple of bad experiences in the kitchen, just like everyone else, but I would say that there are some experiences that are better experienced once, and one of them would be, okay, so I had my boyfriend's mom come to the house, you know, just the usual, her coming to see her son, and then I decided to make breakfast. So she wanted pap, ogi, as some people call it, and akara. So I didn't make the akara, I bought the akara, but I make pap very, very well. So I said, okay, I'll make the pap. And then for some reason, something I do every day consistently, because I love pap. Well, I really like pap. On Saturdays, pap and akara are my go-to breakfast. I poured the hot water, and I honestly don't know what happened. From the lumps to it looking like it was still, you know, very watery. And the worst part is my mother-in-law, or rather I thought at that point, my boyfriend's mom was just standing right in front of me because we were just in the kitchen. So I was struggling and I was beginning to sweat, you know, and then she was like, she should come and do it by herself. I said, no, ma, I can't do it. And then, you know, the local style, when you make mistake with pap, I carried the pap and I put it back in the pot and began to, you know, make it thicken a little bit for where it was not working. In fact, the lumps and lumps and lumps kept on coming up. And that was it. I had to throw it away. Anyway, we'll continue to just another day. We'll get back to our fisherman soup now before I create another disaster. Okay? Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Whenever I'm cooking seafood, I try not to cook it for so long so you don't overcook your fish. So I'm sprinkling my fresh crayfish now. All right, we'll give it a stir. Try not to overturn it so you don't break your fish. I usually just like to take the water and just, you know, circulate the ingredients. All right, we'll give this 1 minute to simmer a bit, and then we check on our coconut yam. All right, we use a fork. You boil your yam until you ensure that the fork goes right through it. So it is ready. We'll clear this place. Okay, so now we would get ready to pound our cocoa yam. Ensure your cocoa yam is properly cooked. All right, and now we pound. We pound until it is completely smooth. This will serve as a thickener in our soup. So this is very important because we want that, you know, smooth feel when we are eating our soup. So ensure you avoid all lumps as much as you can. Okay. All right, I think we're good to go now. Okay, so add this to our seafood. All right. Oh, this looks so good. All right. So this would help thicken our soup like I said. And then we would stir. We have to ensure that this dissolves properly, and also have to be careful so you don't break your fish. You can see that this part is thickening already. So I usually like to spread it in a particular position, then I share it around. Alright, looks good already. While this thickens, we will add our nzuza. And a tablespoon of oil. Our palm oil is dripping already, but that's fine. Sprinkle that. And then we stir just a little bit, just so that the fish does not break. All right. I would cover the pot and shake, shake, shake. Just like that. So this will simmer for just 1 minute. This gives us time to read another question. Okay. Someone is asking, so how long have you been cooking? Since I was in my mother's womb. I'm joking. I started cooking when I was 8, so yeah, do the math. Okay, I think our seafood is ready. Like I said, we don't want to overcook our fish and seafood. Okay, this is so exciting. All right, as you can see, this was really easy to make, quick, it doesn't take much of your time. Let's have a quick recap on how we made this soup. First, we cut and sliced our cocoyam before boiling it, and then we added the cocoyam into our marinade of seafood. We added our crayfish at the very last minute. And the last thing we added was our uziza and palm oil. Stephanie, soup was ready. So, and that's it. It can be eaten with any swallow of your choice, like I said in the beginning. Just a little more periwinkles. Okay. And I think we're good to go. So just by looking at the soup, you can tell it's a very rich meal. And this is seafood special, so expect a lot of nutrition from it. Like I said, you can eat it with whatever swallow you like, or you can just eat it like this if you're forming fit mouth. Anyways, we have come to the end of this segment.